My legion of leasers, my army of apartment maniacs. What are we going to talk about today? Here's what I want to talk about today. And jump in if you got any questions on any of this. We'll probably have a couple seconds here for questions at the end. I want to talk about cutting through renter confusion, because in today's age, renters are more confused than ever before. And it makes it really, really tough for us to build value on our community. All right, don't forget, guys, for those of you here right now hanging out with me, you're on leasinguniversity.com. Don't forget, go through those courses. If you haven't already gotten your CLC, your Certified Leasing Consultant credential, get it. It makes your job a lot easier. It makes you stand out in property management, helps you have more fun, get more done, get more leases. If you already have your CLC, don't forget to be going into the portal at leasinguniversity.com on a regular basis, okay? All right, so let's talk a little bit about why renters might be a clue creeping onto your screen. Why are renters so confused right now? I don't know. This is a clue. Does somebody want to unmute themselves and tell me why renters are so confused right now? Anyone?
So many options?
Absolutely right. I love it. I love it, right? They've got access to more information than ever before. They've got more choices than ever before because of these fun little things. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what's going on with these, okay? Hypoallergenic dog bed, hypoallergenic dog bed. Man, I wish I could find a hypoallergenic dog bed because my schnauzer has a peanut allergy. My schnauzer doesn't have a peanut allergy and I don't need a dog bed. What do you think's gonna happen to my feed tonight? What do you think I'm gonna see? Y'all are like, it's really weird how I was talking about Frisbees that glow in the dark and suddenly I got a bunch of ads. That's what we're dealing with in property management. When somebody talks about moving, when somebody even thinks about moving, it's almost like this AI has a chip in your head. You guys have all experienced this. And it makes it really, really difficult for your renters, because just because AI knows that somebody's moving doesn't mean that CoStarApartments.com, Zillow, HotPads has their best interest in mind. So they're going to just bombard them with information, right? They're going to see properties that don't even have anything available. They're going to hear about stuff that's 40 miles away, okay? So why is it so difficult for us to build value? Is renters have access to more information than ever before. They've got more choices than ever before. They now, because of artificial intelligence, because of our phones, we have the attention span of a fruit fly. What's changed in the industry? Everything's changed in the industry. How did we lease apartments in the past? I'll save you the trouble and I'll just tell you. Here's how we leased apartments in the past. Thank you for calling Rivers Apartments. My name's Matt. How can I help you? Oh, you're looking for a 2-bedroom sugar? Let me check my availability. When do you need to move? Right? And you could just literally be that unskillful. By the way, when you answer the phone, my name's Matt. How can I help you? Worst possible thing you could ever say. Okay, you need to be down to business. It's a great day at Rivers. What can I get you information on? Right? What's your biggest reason for moving? What's changed in the past is our old school way of renting apartments is not getting it done. People think, oh, well, renters, they ghost me on tour. I get ghosted on tours and they all have a bad attitude. A lot of it is because the way that we're renting apartments, we're not even figuring out what's going on in that person's world. And if we don't even know what their biggest reason for moving is, how the heck are we supposed to curate a tour? So what's changed in the industry? Everything has changed. Let me give you guys a little lesson here for my legion of leasers, my army of apartment maniacs. You guys are on leasinguniversity.com. You already know this, but I'm going to remind you right now. Both in leasing and in life, okay? In leasing and in life. In leasing and in your personal life. Anything that's important. Getting a job, getting a lease, getting a renewal, getting a date with somebody, getting your kids to do homework, having Whatever it is that's of substance in your life, that's important in your life, the stuff you need to have happen, across the board, everything has this in common. When you slow the process down in the beginning, you will speed up the result in the end. If you speed up in the beginning, you will slow down the result in the end, right? So if I just ask somebody, what's your budget? How many bedrooms do you need to in? What date do you need to move? And I click away at my keyboard. That is the equivalent of me going into a nightclub and going, yo, DJ, stop the music. Matt Easton's in the house. I got 7% body fat, $100 million in the bank, and my Bentley's parked outside. I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. Ow, right? Why did you just slap me? Because I'm speeding up in the beginning, right? When you guys start conversations, clicking away at your keyboard to look at inventory, it's no different than you being that, dare I say, scumbag type person that's trying to date somebody by just talking about themselves all the time. When you slow down, right? Hey man, good to see you. Have I seen you here last week? Hey, I noticed you were wearing a Broncos jersey. Are you a Denver Broncos fan? Me too. We're both in Boca Raton, Florida. How did a couple Broncos fans end up here? Hey, by the way, the Broncos are playing the Dolphins in 3 weeks. I don't know, does it make sense for you to go to the game with me? I've got an extra ticket. Slow down, be cool, learn about that person, right? What's the most important trait of a property manager? It's not using up talk or some sort of fake thing that you learned. If I say fur babies, right? I'd like to see the dog park. Oh, how many fur babies do you have? Like, it's disingenuous. They know you don't care. It's also unskillful. Right? I'd like to see the dog park first. Got it. Just out of curiosity, why do you want to see the dog park first? I got bit by a dog when I was a kid. I have trauma there, and I just get really freaked out around dogs, and I want to make sure that the apartment I'm renting is not by the dog park. Right? That's a very plausible thing. Okay? That's a very real thing. And what if you were that dingaling that was like, oh, how many fur babies do you have? Overly excited. Okay? What's the most successful trait of a property manager? I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is also the most successful trait of a billionaire. The most successful trait of a Hall of Fame quarterback in the NFL. The most successful trait that you can have in property management, guys, and you have to remind yourself of this on a daily basis, is curiosity. Why do you have to remind yourself of this on a daily basis? Because you think you've seen it all. And I get it. I understand. I am with you. It feels like you've seen it all. Even if you have seen it all, even if you've got this person pegged, you still need to slow the process down in the beginning. Because when you are a know-it-all, even if you're recommending the right solution to them, you seem like the doctor that just goes into your room and goes, oh yeah, you've got type 2 Schlavadides and take this pills. See you later, bye. By the way, $750 is my bill. You'd be like, who was that doctor? I need a second opinion, right? If you guys could only ask your renters one question, here's the question I would ask. And it's not, what's your budget? It's not, how many bedrooms do you need? It's not, what date do you need to move in by? By the way, stop it with that question. Never, ever, 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 ever ask anybody ever again, what date do you need to move in by? Unless you're going to ask them this shortly thereafter. What makes that date important? There is no point in asking the question, what date do you need to move in by? Unless you're going to ask, what makes that date important, right? Hey Matt, what date do you need to move in by? May 4th. Got it, May 4th. Just out of curiosity, what makes that date important? I don't know. I'm living with my parents. I can move anytime whatsoever. I really like Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. Right? You're going to figure out what's going on in their world. Matt, what date do you need to move in by? May 4th. Got it. Just out of curiosity, what makes that date important? Man, I just got a new job. My boss is coming out the first week of May. He's going to be here on May 4th. He wants to see how my home office is set up. I'm very, very nervous. I need to make a good first impression on my boss. Wait, if you're saying your boss is going to be here on May 4th? Yes. So we probably need to get you in here at minimum the last week of April. missing something? No, geez, I didn't even think about that. Yes, last week of April. Awesome. Let's look at getting you in, if it's okay. Let's look at getting you in around April 20th, so you have time to get the office ready. And again, I can also, if you want to bring your boss by the leasing office, I'd be happy to be like, hey, we love having Matt here. And I could take you guys, I can show your boss how great the community is with the open workspaces that we have there in the commons area. And I can be like, man, I've seen Matt there quite a bit. He seems to really be on it. Really kind of put a good plug for you, right? Man, that would be awesome. Cool. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Yes, let's do it. Thank you for helping me out with my boss, right? When you guys slow the heck down in the beginning, you will learn what's going on in that person's life, and it'll be very easy to build genuine rapport, not uptalk rapport. Genuine rapport is, man, yeah, I totally get it with the boss situation. Hey, does it make sense to bring him by the leasing office and I can walk you guys? Here's fake rapport. Oh, how many fur babies do you have? Right? If somebody says they've got little puppies, I'm okay with you saying, oh, those are cute fur babies. But don't be fake. And if you could only ask them one question, ask them this one singular question, just out of curiosity. What's your biggest reason for moving? You guys have to remember this. You are amazing. You're awesome. You're smart. Your apartment community is incredible. There's many communities represented on here. You know I'm talking to you and not the other people. You're the best. Your community's the best. Yeah, you. Hi. Your community's the best. All that being said, what you need to hear from Coach is the truth. And here's the truth. No matter how many rooftop saltwater dog washes we install, logistically proven GPS tracking bike racks, all the latest and greatest battle ropes in our fitness center, rent specials like we're going to freaking give you a back rub and a Tesla if you rent here, all that stuff. It's nice. But nobody moves to anything. I'm going to say that again because it's really important for you guys to understand. Hi, you work in real estate, okay? Let me explain to you how real estate works. Nobody moves to anything. They just don't. It's too expensive. It's too stressful. It's too much of a life disruption. We're not Froyo, okay? In Froyo, people will try pistachio. Right? They'll put a little thing in their cup because it's self-serve and they'll be like, dude, nobody's looking. They're not going to weigh my spoon. Ooh, pistachio, that's nasty. I'm going to go back to my French vanilla, okay? We're not Froyo. Nobody's going to try a new apartment complex. Nobody moves to anything. And I'm not saying don't have battle ropes in your gym. It's cool. It's awesome. Sounds great. I'll try it, right? But people move away from stuff. They move away from stuff. They move away from stuff. Did I make that clear? So slow the heck down. What's your biggest reason for moving? It's noisy where I'm at. When you say it's noisy, can you give me a specific example? Yeah, I got some neighbors. What's going on? They got the loud car stereos. I went and yelled at them last week and they yelled at me and I was thinking about filing a complaint or calling the cops. But again, I had a bit of a potty mouth. I dropped some F-bombs, so did they. I woke up the next morning, my car tires were slashed. I don't feel safe where I'm at right now. Right? Now you understand what's going on in that person's world. You can still show them the battle ropes. Right? But now you know what's going on in their world. My boss is coming out. I got to have a proper home office. I just went through a divorce. I've got my daughter week on, week off. I want her to feel like this is her home when she's with her dad. Right? I love my daughter. I'll do anything for my daughter. It's my understanding you guys are in the Montgomery School District. Yes, we are. Just out of curiosity, why do you ask? I really want to get my daughter into that school district because they have an amazing arts program. Slow down, guys. It's not about how much you know about the community, okay? It's about, they don't care how much you know. They really don't until they know how much you care. They don't care how much you know about your community, your specials, your battle ropes, your dog park, your rooftop saltwater surfboards, until they know how much you care about their biggest reason for moving. So ask them, okay? Ask them, guys. I'm going to zip through the leasing process here. I just want to show you two quick things here, okay? First thing, nobody shops for an apartment for fun. Second thing, they only have 3 choices. They can lease an apartment from you, they can go to a competitor, or they can live in a van down by the river. Nobody shops for an apartment for fun, and they have to go with you, a competitor, or dumpster behind Walmart. They can't download themselves onto a hard drive yet, okay? Realize this. If you guys are like, well, they could buy a house, that's a competitor. They could live with mom and dad, that's a competitor. Again, back to my first point. Nobody shops for an apartment for fun. Nobody that's buying a house and the house is being built. Nobody building a $7 million mansion is like, yo, I got nothing to do on a Wednesday. Let me go look at some 2-bedroom apartments. They just don't do it. We're not that cool. We're cool, but we're not that cool. Nobody that's totally fun, nobody that's totally loves living off mom and dad, and dad gave me a Tesla and I got the Amazon account and dad gave me the Tesla. I'm on my mom's phone plan and my basement's got a hot tub. I love it. I'm gonna be here till, Mom, get me some meatloaf. I'm gonna be here till I'm 40, goes and looks for an apartment. Maybe mom and dad tell them they gotta get out. Right? Maybe their creepy Uncle Ken moved into the basement with them. I don't know. But nobody shops for an apartment for fun. Okay? We got to greet the prospect. We got to determine their wants and needs. We got to select a unit, build value. We got to make a proposal. We got to close. Their certainty will determine how fast this lease goes. Not our rent specials, not our amenities. Their certainty. They got to be certain this is the right apartment for them. They got to be certain they're talking to the right person. The questions that you ask in the beginning of your prospects will determine how certain they are. The more disingenuous you are, the more of a spaz that you are, and I'm not calling you guys a spaz, but I see it, okay? And by the way, that's not even the worst. We could call apartment communities right now. They're not even gonna answer, okay? They're the other side. They're like negative. They don't answer the phone. They don't call anybody back. That affects somebody's certainty. You guys need to act like really skillful, really good looking, really intelligent airline pilots. Calm, cool, collected. What do you want to see first when you get here? I'd like to see the fitness center. Cool, just out of curiosity, why do you want to see the fitness center first? Man, I'm paying $300 a month for Barry's Boot Camp. I can't stand it. I want to get out of that, use that $300 for a larger place. Got it. When you say larger place, can you give me a specific example? Yeah, I'm in a studio right now and I do a lot of Zoom calls for work and it sucks because everybody sees that I have Batman sheets on my bed. Slow down, right? If there's uncertainty, which there's always going to be a little bit, it's going to lead to objections. Objections slow you down, but they don't need to be overcome. You can't overcome objections in property management. You just can't do it. I can't make that closet bigger. I can't make my rent $1,000 less. I can't move the property to a different school district or closer to that person's work. Objections need to be handled or addressed. Most objections, guys, you know what they are because you guys are on leasinguniversity.com, are simply complaints. Stop it. Stop it. If you're doing this, I'm giving you permission to stop it. Stop being the property manager that wants to win every single argument. I don't like stairs. Oh, stairs are great. You'll get fit. It's a great way to get fitness. I'm tracking my steps on my Apple Watch. Right? That closet's small. Oh, no, it's not. It's the lighting. 10:30, the way the sun is, it just makes the closet look small. You'd be shocked how much stuff you can fit in there. You don't have to win every little microaggressive argument with your renters. Let me explain something to you guys because I love you guys. Your property is not perfect. Your apartment's not perfect. It doesn't exist. There's not a perfect apartment. Everybody's going to have something to complain about. Unfortunately, with the old school training, schmay-schmill, right, we're trained to overcome objections, right, and isolate the objection. Let's isolate the objection and overcome it. It's not even an objection. It's a complaint. Imagine if you isolated every complaint and tried to overcome every complaint in your personal life. How fun would you be to be around, right? How much would you get done in the day? You would have no friends and you'd get nothing done, right? Hey, let's go to Chipotle. Babe, I don't want to eat Chipotle. We had Chipotle the last 4 times last week. I hear you. Let's just grab some Chipotle and we'll figure out some pho or something like that tomorrow. Okay, right? Don't get in arguments. I don't like stairs. I don't like stairs either. Come on, let's head on up the stairs. Let's go look at the apartment. Right, the closet's small. I'm with you. I hear you. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Yeah. Don't get in an argument. You don't need to. It's not coming out of this area of their face. They're not saying, I'm not leasing the apartment because you don't have a dog park. Or I'm not I'm not leasing this apartment because that closet's small. They're just saying the closet's small, right? You guys go through your course on handling objections and complaints. There's 8 steps. Step number 1, just agree and move forward. I hear you, I get it. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Yeah, it does. I sure wish you guys had a dog park. Me too. Congratulations, you made a great decision. What happens next? I'm going to shoot you over some links to the application. We typically get those back within about 24 to 48 hours, and then we'll be in touch once we have the approval there, right? Look forward to having you be our new resident. There's my phone number, guys, 303-803-7372. If you're loving the coaching, okay, text me a video testimonial. I'd love to see it. My kids think I'm a dork, because I am, okay, because I am. But it'd be cool if I could show them a video from you guys. I'd love to put it on our website. I love you guys. The Legion of Leasers, the Army of Apartment Maniacs, 303-803-7372. Call me if you have any questions, if you need anything. Is the customer always right? Absolutely not. Is the resident always right? Absolutely not. Is the prospect always right? Absolutely not. They don't know what they're talking about. When they say it's too expensive, they don't do the research. They're not having to go to the bank to finance 372 units. The rent is what it is. Nobody's got out of this world rent. It doesn't exist. They don't give financing. If I walked in and said, hey, I'm building 500 units and I want to charge 3 times what everybody else is charging, the bank would go, yeah, I'm not backing that deal. Show me. Show me down to the penny how you can justify your price. Know that all of this stuff that's happening, there's a lot of checks and balances that are happening, okay? But you guys need to learn that you can unlock agreement and understanding. Those don't have to be the same thing. I don't have to agree with you about the size of the closet to say, I understand you. That closet's small. I understand. That closet's small. I hear you. That closet's small. I'm with you. I hear you. Try that one out, guys. Don't get, by the way, it works in your personal life too. You're late. You're right. Not, the traffic was bad. Don't get in an argument. You're late. You're right. Man, you're like 3 minutes late. I hear you. I understand. Right? And then just have persistence over resistance. Be next step obsessed, guys. Next step obsessed. Sometimes asking difficult questions is the best service you can ever provide. One of the most difficult questions you can ask is your close. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? Does it make sense to renew your lease? Mike, man, great seeing you here in the leasing office. Here's your Amazon package. Hey, you know what? I can't believe I think it's been 9 months since you moved in. Hey, does it make sense to knock out your lease renewal so it's one less thing you have to worry about? Yeah, it does. And then have persistence over resistance. Be NSO, next step obsessed. Does it make sense to knock out your lease renewal while I got you in here so it's one less thing you have to worry about? No, it doesn't. Got it. What's a good next step? Well, I'm super busy right now. Totally understand. What's a good next step for me? Or what's a good next step on my end? Man, I just don't know. How about we do this? It's Wednesday. I'll give you a buzz on Friday if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Guys, this is all you have to do. You don't have to bribe somebody. You don't have to trick them. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to say, if you don't grab this apartment, you're going to lose it. Does it make sense to go sign the lease? No, it doesn't. I've got 3 other places that I'm looking at. I totally understand. Right? Agree. I totally understand. I get it. I hear you. I'm with you. I just want to be clear on something. Because of the fact that you had said you want to be able to work from home and you want to be close to the park so you can walk to coffee, you can walk to Midtown, and you want your car covered while it's parked, based on everything you told me, this is the ideal apartment for you. We're close to Midtown. You can walk over there. You're going to have a reserved spot in the garage, and you're going to really have the price that's a little bit more expensive than a studio, but you're going to have the 1 bedroom with the nook so you can work at home. I just want to be clear on something. I have 3 of these floor plans total in the whole community. 1 of them is available right now. The likelihood that this particular unit that we're looking at is going to get rented is 100%. It will be rented, okay? Now, I'm not going to try and manipulate you and say, if you don't grab it, it's going to be gone. The likelihood that it's going to be rented sooner than later is extremely high. If you're unlucky, like I've been unlucky, or call it Murphy's Law or the universe, the minute I've always wanted something and I'm like, hey, I'm going to wait, it's gone. Okay? I just wanted to get that on the table and let you know. There is 1 singular floor plan that you're looking at with everything that you need. It's available right now. The likelihood that it's going to rent is 100%. It could rent as early as an hour from now. We're back to back to back on tours today. Now check this out, guys. Okay, check this out. This is leasing university, not the other stuff, right? If you don't rent it, it's going to be gone. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. If we miss out on this particular apartment, I will work with you and I'll help you find the next best one. Nobody wants next best, guys. I'm not teaching you to play games with somebody. I'm not teaching you to manipulate somebody, but I'm teaching you to be a professional. And a professional lets people know in a gentle, skillful, and professional way that every action has a reaction. Every action has a consequence. And the consequence of them waiting and going and looking all over town is this one might be gone. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. As long as you listen to my language, watch my face, listen to my words. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. I work for you. I will work with you if we miss this one, and we'll find you the next best one. If my community's totally full, I've got some sister communities, and I literally live and breathe this stuff. I lay in bed at night thinking about it. I know just about every apartment community in town. I'll work with you. I can make some recommendations on the next best options for you, right? I mean, you're pretty knowledgeable. Thank you. Does it make sense to get this one locked? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Are you sure there's nothing you can do on the security deposit? No. Right? Don't get it to let me check. Let me see what I can do. All you're doing is getting yourself into a death loop. Well, what if I could take $50 off? They're going to still say they need to think about it because they're going to want to turn that 50 into 100. Okay? I want you guys to build value. I want you guys to slow down. I want you guys to really listen to the people that you're talking to. This is not about you being fake. This is not about showing them how much you know about the community. They don't care until you show them how much you care about them. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. The easiest way for you to show that you care is not to disingenuously go, how's your day going? Happy Wednesday to you. Be fake friends. The best way for you to show you care is, what can I get you information on? What research have you done on us? Just out of curiosity, what's your biggest reason for moving? When you say space, can you give me a specific example? Right? Walk me through what's going on with the kitchen right now. Sounds like, seems like, feels like, sounds like it's almost impossible for you to cook at home, right? That's how you cut through the noise. That's how you separate yourself from the 10,000 other green triangles on apartments.com. Slow down, listen, and you will break through. Slow down, listen, and you will make a friend. Slow down, listen, and whether they rent from you or not, they will remember the experience, and they will have good things to say about you. Some of you will get reviews from people that never even lived at your community, okay? I get reviews from people that never took leasinguniversity.com because I talked to them at NAA or an event, and I took the time to learn about them. And they're like, thank you. And I say, my pleasure. Couldn't do me a small favor, could you? Could you take your phone, point it at your face, and say what you like best about the speech here at NAA, right? Ask for those testimonials. Ask for reviews. But most importantly, guys, earn them. And you're going to earn it by slowing down. I hope this was helpful for you guys. We got a few minutes left. What questions do you have for me? Feel free to unmute yourself if you got a question. Was this helpful? Give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. It's cool. I won't talk about it anymore if you hated it. Who says thumbs up? They liked it? Yes. Anybody thumbs down? It's okay. Anyone? All right, good. It's important for us to remind ourselves, like we're important people here, guys. We're providing a great service. We're helping somebody find a home, okay? I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but you're changing people's lives. They got to go to bed there every night. They got to wake up there every morning. They're going to build a life there. They're going to get some of the best news of their life in that unit. They're going to get some of the worst news of their life in that unit. Let's slow down and be real and not be fake, right? Let's learn about them. Let's help them decide and not push them into a lease. There's a huge difference between me helping Taylor decide what's most important to her, what's her biggest reason for moving, and me pushing Taylor into something. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Whatever you need from me, or if you want to do a video testimonial, 303-803-7372. 303-803-7372. Be great, guys. Get those leases. Finish this week strong. Slow down. I love you too. Who was that? Barbara C? Barbara C in the place to be. I love you too, guys. All right, I'll see you guys next time. You are, dare I say, badass. I don't want to get in trouble. I tried, for those of you that got early, I tried playing some Coolio. It was the explicit version. I had to change the song. So if Coolio said some swear words, I own that. That's on me. I typed in clean Coolio onto Spotify. They're a liar. Needless to say, I know all the naughty words because I love me some Coolio. And with that, come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Let's go lease some apartments. I'm out. See you guys. The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense. Even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.